Record. Right then, standing to begin. Feet at hip distance. Arms up and little apple picking, so stretching from one side to the other side. Pushing down into the foot as you reach up through the arm. The opposite heel might lift a little. And then to center. Okay, so take your balance into both feet. Lift the right knee up. Hold either the shin or the back of the thigh and lift it. Right foot down. Find your balance in your right leg. Lift the left leg. Hold the back of the leg or the shin. Inhale, extend arms up. Exhale, lift the leg. Inhale, extend arms up. Exhale, lift the leg. Keep going. I want you to try and imagine that there's a thread holding you at the top of your head. And you want to feel like that's a nice and sturdy point, which steadies you as you lift into the balance. So the top of the head really reaching up, being held by this imaginary thread. It's going to put you onto mute. Caroline, go on. Okay, next time your right leg comes in, keep the right leg lifted to the chest. Keep standing tall, right leg in, lift up through the top of your head. Use your hands to bring that leg in as close as you can without leaning forwards to it, the leg pulling in towards you. Then use your belly muscles to hold that leg in place. Release your arms all the way up. Hold for 3, pulling the belly in to draw the leg in. 2, 1. Leg down, arms up. And then lift the other knee in this time as you hold either the shin or the back of the thigh. Squeeze the leg in. Lift the top of your head up. Now use your belly to hug in to hold the leg and release your arms. As you keep that leg squeezing in, try not to think about the hip flexors, rather think of the belly. 2, 1. Foot down, arms down. As your arms lift up, take your balance into your right leg and slide your left foot back so that the left big toe is touching the floor behind. Hug your belly in. Now bring your arms all the way back, palms face back, arms long. Keep hugging the belly in, keep lifting up through the top of your head, and then pulse your arms for 5, 4, pushing back, 3, 2, 1. Arms forwards and up. Lift, bring the leg back in, and then take the other leg back as you slide the big toe out behind. Arms go back. This time palms face each other like you're holding a beach ball behind. Hug the belly in, squeeze your arms towards each other. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot comes in as your arms come up. And then arms down, lower your chin to your chest and go into a roll down, softening your knees as you roll your way down. Releasing your head and your arms to dangle toward the floor. Pull in through your belly and roll your spine back up again. As you come up to standing, feet are hip distance still, so you want to bend your knees so that they follow the point of your feet and then come back up to standing. Again, sit back, stand up. 3. Try to keep the lower leg steady. 2. Stay down on 1 and pulse it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up. Bring your hands to your hips and take a little hip circle round like you're doing a hula hoop. And then go the other way. 3, 2, 1, and to center. Now lift your right heel off the floor, pushing the front of the foot forwards and lower. Left heel, push the front of the foot forwards and lower. Work into your toe joints, your ankle joints. Keep the hips level and steady as the knee bends forwards. One more time. Knee draws forwards as the heel lifts. And again. Okay, keeping your right heel lifted. Keep the knees pointing forwards and squat. And up. Keep the heel lifted. 2 more. Front of the foot pressing forwards. Then we're going down and staying there. 5 pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep your balance in your left leg. Come up, slide your right foot back. As your right leg slides back, arms back, palms face away. Lift the leg off the ground this time, and as the leg lifts, start tipping forwards at your standing hip. Pulse your arms up toward the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot back down to the floor, arms back by your side, hands to your hips, and with soft knees, a little circle round, hula hoop style. And the other way. 3, 2, 1. Back to center, feet back at hip distance. Lift your left heel this time. Squat down. Stand up. 2, 1. We're staying down there. 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep your balance on your right leg. Slide your left leg back. Arms go back. This time, imagine you're holding the beach ball between your hands. See if you can keep lifting the right leg away, 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 so it comes off the floor, engaging your buttock muscles. Squeeze your imaginary beach ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet come back together again. Hands come back onto your hips. Soften into your knees and circle the hips round. 2, 1. And the other way. 3, 2, 1. Center. And then a roll down. Chin lowers to chest. Hug the belly back as you roll your way down. At the bottom of the roll down, staying there. We're going to come onto hands and knees. Line your shoulders over your thumb joints, looking just ahead of your hands. Arms pressed down into the ground. Have your toes tucked. You can't tuck your toes, you can do this with the feet pointed. If you can't lift your knees, which we're going to do now, knees about an inch off the floor, then just imagine you're lifting your knees. Keep your knees hovering an inch off the ground and keep your spine long. Feel the back of your head lifting toward the ceiling. Feel the legs hugging up through the pelvic floor into your belly. And lower your knees down and rest in a child's pose, making a pillow with your hands. So one hand on top of the other, and then your forehead resting on that like a pillow. Relax your shoulders and breathe down your back. Second one, we're going to add on a little plank movement. So come back onto hands and knees, line shoulders over thumb joints, knees under hips. Tuck your toes under, draw the back of your head toward the ceiling. Hover your knees an inch. Hug in the belly without your hips moving anywhere. So if you were looking at your own hips now, you keep them level. Right leg slides back to a plank. Pause. Get some weight in your right leg. Left leg slides back to a plank. Hold it for 3. Feel the legs connecting up through the pelvic floor into your core. 2. Just feels the same as when you were hovering the knees. 1. Knees down, sit back, child's pose, rest your head on your hands. So you get a little wrist rest. Breathing through. Relax the shoulders. Breathe in 2 to your back. Breathing 1. Exhaling all the air out. Come back onto hands and knees. Line shoulders over thumb joints. Knees under hips. Draw the back of your head toward the ceiling and press into the ground. Hover your knees just an inch. Engage. Left leg slides back without your hips moving anywhere. Load some weight into the left leg. Right leg follows. Hold 3. 2. 1. Then we're going to touch the knees to the floor and do 3 push-ups, bending your elbows about a third or halfway down and push back up again. 2. 1. Go all the way down. Rest your head on your hands, making that pillow, and give your bottom a little rock. And then steady your bottom to center, nice and soothing for the lower back and resetting for the pelvis. Okay, reach your legs long, this time with your feet pointed rather than toes tucked, have your toes pointing. Press into the top of your feet, engage your knees, so as you push into your feet, your kneecaps pull off the floor as the legs get straighter. And as the tailbone stretches out more, the bottom end of your spine stretching long, and your belly gets lighter. Keep everything reaching long through your body and float your right leg a few inches away from the floor so the thigh bone lifts, but the hips stay level. Keep it there. Feel your buttock muscles engaging to hold that leg in a lifted position. Staying light in your belly. Lower that leg down. Lift the left leg and just keep it lifted. You don't always have to be moving dynamically. Sometimes just feeling and pausing in a hold will get you to really tune into how to hold that effectively. How to feel the muscles working. Lower that side down. Now straighten your arms out in front about mat distance apart, and we'll add the arms onto this. Right leg and left arm lift. Put that same energy through your leg and lower. And the other side, left leg, right arm lift and lower. We can add a little upper body lift, so head and chest off the floor and lower. Exhale, lift and lower. Exhale, lift, opposite arm, opposite leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, opposite arm, opposite leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 3, 3, 2. Keep the leg feeling nice and long. 2, 1. 1. Stay down. Roll onto your right side, or roll onto the side where your head's resting on the arm and you're looking to the screen. So for me, that's my right side, but for you, it might be your left. So you can see the screen on your first side. Head resting on the bottom arm, your free hand on the floor in front to support you. Good, and we want to try and get the hips stacked and the shoulders stacked. So make any adjustments you need to do that. Flex your toes up to your knees and float your legs. Standing on your side. That's what it should feel like. Put your hand on your belly and just check the belly is hugging in. Then take your arm by your side. Keep the belly hugging in as your arm floats over and down. 2 more of those. Keep everything else steady. 1 more. When your arm floats over this time, reach over and stay there so your arms are parallel, and then lift your head so it reaches through the gap of your arms. Feel like your head is being pulled upwards as if it's trying to get between your palms without your chin lifting. So chin staying in its usual alignment to your chest. There's this feeling of getting longer, but also there's a strength that holds you connected as well, so you're not stretching. Head rests back down, hand back onto the floor, and lift your top leg higher. Then we're going into crocodile legs where both legs squeeze together and open. Squeeze, open. 3, 2, 1. And then lower your top leg down to the floor. You're going to bend that top knee to the ground in front. If it's difficult to get it onto the floor, put a block or a cushion underneath. I'm just going to shift forwards because I know I've got a sofa behind me. And then you can put something underneath your head as both arms come in front. I'm quite happy for my head to be on the floor for this. And we open the top arm round, out behind, and then open your arm back round again. Arms forwards. Inhale as you open. Exhale as you close. So if you were doing this all the time, then you might put something underneath your head to give it some support. I'm just being a little bit lazy there, I have to say. By not getting up to get something for under my head. If you've got something to put under your head, you can. Especially if you're broader in the shoulders. One more of those. Open with an inhale. And close with the exhale. We're coming up to sitting in mermaid legs. So this top bent knee is going to shift away from you and the bottom leg bends in towards you. So you end up with your bottom leg now as the shin in front and the top leg, what was the top leg, shin is to the side of you. Lean over into your hands. So just like I am, depends whether you're doing your left or your right side there. And drop your elbow to the floor. So now you're down on your forearm. Inhale, open your free arm wide. Exhale, thread your free arm into the gap underneath and look to your elbow. Inhale, open. As you thread your arm through the gap, squeeze in your belly for a twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread the arm, squeeze in the belly. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread. Keep pushing through your forearm. One more. And thread. Inhale, open. Exhale, the legs together. Come round onto hands and knees. Hula hoop your hips, making a circle action, a bit like you did when you were standing. And then go the other way. And then bring the pelvis to center. So the head and pelvis are reaching in opposite directions, bringing length into your spine. Straighten your legs one at a time into a plank, keeping the pelvis steady, making sure you almost feel like the knees are still on the floor underneath your hips, so your hips haven't dropped any lower. It's just the same height as when your knees were touching the ground, or the hover position. Knees both touch the floor, keeping your core as you bend your push-ups for 3. Push up. 2. Push up. 1. Go all the way to the floor this time. Rest your head on your hands. Give your bottom a little rock side to side. And then center. Get your legs nice and long with the feet pointed. This time take the legs a bit more into Pilates stance. That just means that you're turning the back of your legs in towards each other, so that the front of your legs, your knees, are turning more outwards. So you'll be more on the inside edge of your big toe, with the feet long and pointed, and your heels turned towards each other. Now get your tailbone long. You're going to try and lift your straight legs up and tap wide. Lift them up and tap back together. Lift up, tap wide, and then back together. Out, in, out, in. At the same time, be lightly active in your belly to support the lower back. Another one. And keep them in together, lift them, and stay off the floor as you open, and then clap your heels together like a double clap. 1, 2. Open, clap. 1, 2. Open, clap, clap. Open, clap, clap. At the same time, feel like your legs are being drawn to the wall out behind you. One more time. Lower the legs down. Straighten out your other arm so you can roll onto your side for the side kick. And I'm going to turn around to face you, but you just know what you're doing on the side now that you're facing away from the screen on. Your free hands supporting you on the floor in front, and adjust so that you're balancing with the hips and shoulders stacked and comfort. Lift the legs. Hand on belly. Feel the belly retract away from your hand so your lower back is long. Arm by your side. Inhale, arm over. Exhale, arm down. Keep your feet like you're standing through your feet. Use your exhales to feel a pulling up and in from the legs into your core. 2. Pulling up and in from the legs into your core, zipping up the pelvic floor. 1. Good, your arm stays all the way over. Keep it there, arms are parallel. And then let's try floating the head again so it feels like the top of your head is reaching up and out through the gap of your arms, through the gap of your hands. Still actively straight, pushing out through the heels, straighten your legs. And your head rests down, your hand comes back to the floor. Open your top leg a bit wider. Close the legs together, crocodile legs. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. So the bottom leg is getting a little bit more active. 3, 2, 1. And then bring the top knee down to the floor in front. You can put something under your head if you've got something available and you need to. Palms start together. And then open your arm as you inhale. Keep the knee heavy on the floor. You can always put a block under that knee. Exhale, arm closes. Inhale, arm opens. Exhale, close. Just keep flowing like that. One last time. Good. And then pushing up into mermaid position. The top leg now becomes the further away leg. Lean over into your arm, the natural way your body's making you lean, and drop onto the forearm. Inhale, open your top arm. Exhale, thread your arm into the gap. Look at your forearm on the floor. Inhale, open. Exhale, gaze to the forearm on the floor. Last time. Open the arm. Okay, you can either come back around to hands and knees, or if you're facing the right way, you could just spin round on your bottom, depending which way you want to face in your home or wherever you're practicing. Good. We'll have the legs out straight, hands behind, squeeze the elbows towards each other and then straighten out your arms. Press into your hands and your heels, tuck the tailbone under and see where you can get to, lifting your hips off the floor. The more you lift your hips, you roll over your heels, squeeze the arms and lift your chest. Then your bottom lowers down, walk your hands in and jiggle up onto the top of your sit bones. So pelvis is upright, feet are upright. Hands onto the front of your ribs and lift your rib cage and then round your rib cage forwards over your hands. Look towards your thighs, belly hugging in, waistline getting longer, and reach your arms forwards, framing the sides of your head, arms reaching parallel to your legs, ribs lifting up, in and back. Pull the belly back, point your feet and roll your way down to the floor. Inhale, arms go over behind. Exhale, bring the right knee to your chest, hold thigh or shin. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left leg, hold thigh or shin. Inhale, extend. Exhale, leg in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, leg in. This next leg, we're going to keep it in and we'll go to single leg stretch. So one leg comes in. If it's your right leg, your right hand will be on the ankle. If it's your left leg, your left hand will be on the ankle. Lift your head and shoulders, press the shin into your hands and pull against the shin to maintain some height, and then float the free leg up, feet about the same height. When we did the knee fold right at the beginning, when we were standing, and I said, use your belly muscles to pull that leg in. Feel your belly muscles now hugging that leg towards you. Let's switch the legs over for 6 rounds. We switch 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 3. Feel your tummy pulling the leg in. 2, 2, 1, 1. Both legs bend, hands behind your head, feet onto the floor. Keep high. Rotate right shoulder towards left hip. Inhale, center. Left shoulder towards right hip. Inhale, center. Again, cross, center, and cross. Try not to let the legs move at all. Stay steady on the back of your pelvis. One more. Back to center, and then bring the knees in one at a time. Extend one leg and cross that shoulder to the bent knee. Inhale, center. Extend the other leg and cross that shoulder to the bent knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, criss, cross. Criss, cross. Elbows staying out in line with the tip of your nose. One more each way. To center, both hands to both ankles, curl up high, double leg stretch, extend out. Circle the arms round to the ankles. Hollow in the belly as you extend away and keep the upper back lifting away from the floor even when the arms go back. 2 more. 1 more time. To finish off, your hands come behind your head again to support the lift. Tap both feet to the floor, hollow the belly and lift. Go again. For a stronger version, take double straight leg lower, so legs extend and lower and lift. 3. Stick with the bent legs if this is too strong. 2. And 1. Your knees come up into your chest, head to the floor. Turn your head side to side. Feet to the floor, butterfly stretch. Soles of the feet together, knees flutter open, open into the hips, belly. Push the feet down, full body stretch, arms over behind. Wriggle your waist long. Banana stretch, step your feet to the right of the mat, shift your head and shoulders to the right side, pull on the left wrist. Cross over the left ankle, keep your body flat on the floor. And into center. And we just go to the other side, feet to the left corner, head and shoulders shimmy to the left, pull on the right wrist and maybe cross the right ankle over left. Come back into center, head and shoulders to center, hands behind your head and look down your legs, take them a bit wider. Lift your bottom and kind of shimmy your bottom into the center. Stretch the back of your neck out, lowering your head down and relax. Arms, legs, fingers and toes, all feeling free. Eyes relaxing in heavy, tongue heavy, bones heavy. We know that every thought has a beginning and an end because we naturally then will move on to another thought. So whatever thought you find yourself in now, move to the end of that thought and drop into the gap at the end of the thought. So that we don't have to jump on every thought we have or get involved in it. Enjoy the moments that are between your thoughts. Just like your body enjoying a moment between moving, the movement of your practice into the movement of your evening, and you're in that little vacant space between, an opportunity to find freedom and peace, and mimic that with your mind. Then wriggle your fingers and toes, give your body a little shake on your mat. Slide your feet one at a time, flat to the floor. And circle the hips a little, just a small circle round, keeping your pelvis on the ground so you're not having to put any strength or much strength into it. Circle the other way, back of the pelvis drawing a circle on the mat. And then let's have both knees coming up into your chest. Hold the back of the thighs or shins. Your nose can come in to meet the knees. And if you feel inclined to, you can roll up from there or turn to your side. Make your way to sitting. Stretch both arms up high. Take the right hand down, stretch the left arm over. Take both arms up high. Stretch over the other way. Take both arms up high. Hands behind your head, elbows open, head drops back. Elbows narrow, look down towards your feet. Again, elbows open, let your head drop into your hands. Elbows narrow, look to your feet. Arms out wide, look forwards. And then shake out your arms, bring them all the way in, and you might finish with a little well done clap. Thank you all very much.